Hey everybody, it is Monday, June 12th, I think, and it's a million degrees outside, or at least it feels like it. It's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's really hot. It's not a million, but maybe I think around 91 or 92 degrees. And I've been working outside, doing a little bit of hoeing. Actually, I can show you, it's right here. Just hold these lettuces. I'm letting the weeds dry up in the sun. And I hoed these potatoes. They look really good. And anyway, but right now I'm heading for a short and quick session of strawberry picking because we had amazing hot weather, very nice weather for the strawberries in the past few days, and so they've been ripening really quickly. And I'm gonna pick them and I'm gonna make some jam. So I'll show you a little bit of that. Here you go. Let me show you some of these strawberries. Lots of strawberries. And with the sun, they get nice and sweet. There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna throw my bucket. I'm not gonna pick too many, just enough to make a batch of jam. I'm trying this new recipe with pectin in it. I don't normally use pectin in my jams, and they're a little bit runny, so this year I want to try using a little bit of pectin, so this is going to be my sample. All right, so I'm done. It took me about, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes, and I got this bucket and another bucket. I'll show it to you. And I picked, basically, this is a 40-foot bed right here, about 40-foot row of strawberries, and I just picked only on this side, maybe, I don't know, maybe 30 feet of it. So I got my bucket over here, and let me go get this other bucket too. I want to bring it in the shade with me. Not a big fan of temperatures over 85, definitely not in the 90s, but I am grateful because the crops like that kind of temperature, so I'm okay. I'm not going to complain too much about it, but for me personally, it's a little bit painful. But anyway, yeah, so these plants, very abundant. Let me just see if I can get in here. There's so many berries out there. It's really, it just makes me feel grateful and humble from all this bounty that we're getting from the earth. I'm very grateful. And just so you know, these plants, like everything else on the farm, have never received any artificial fertilizer. We put down compost from our cows, composted manure, and we never spray them with anything. Everything's done by hand. All the weeding, which is a lot. We actually have a huge problem in this area, which is Canadian thistle, right here. Where is it? Yeah, right here. This plant, just really invasive and really difficult to work with. It stings, and anyway, it started taking over this patch, and we're dealing with it all by hand, and no pesticides of any kind. So So yeah, just good food, and always grateful to see how much the earth gives us. So now we're processing the strawberries. I have my trusty assistants here that have reluctantly agreed to help, right? But they will, I'm sure, enjoy the result. So, all right. So here we are with the jam making. I'm just gonna continue from where we left off yesterday. Yesterday, the girls and I prepped the strawberries, just cleaned them and took off the stems. And then I didn't have time to finish the whole thing yesterday, so I just put them in the fridge. And then this morning I mashed them up and started boiling them. And so right now I'm basically almost done making the jam. Strawberries are boiling over here, and right here I got my canning stuff, my jars and my lids and everything sterilizing in my canning pot, my big, somebody gave this to me, so it's no need to go out and buy something crazy and fancy. You can use something simple, giveaway, or so this is just what do they call it? Hot water bath canning. It's not pressure canning, just so you know. All right, and the recipe I'm using for this jam is from Pomona's pectin, which is the pectin I bought and I'm using to make the jam. So it has instructions. Oh yeah, right here. And I'm just basically I'm starting with this as a baseline, but I'm modifying it. I pretty much never follow a recipe 100%. I make my own modifications and just kind of do my own thing. So in this case, I'm following their basing instructions here for strawberry jam, but I've cut the sugar quite a bit and relative to the amount of fruit. So anyway, but I think this is a good one to start with. I'll let you know how it turns out. So yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on this on the strawberries so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. And it smells amazing. The whole house smells like strawberries. Very nice. And it's also another super hot day. So even though this is kind of hot doing this, but I have to say I'm grateful that I'm not out in the blasting sun, which I was this morning. And I'm here doing this, so still beautiful though. Doing this reminds me of growing up in Romania and my great aunts who lived in the countryside. I didn't. I grew up in the city. But I used to go and visit them, and they had orchards, and they would make their own jams. And so I just have good memories from back then, and doing this now gives me a sense of connection with them and with those times, and I guess a little bit with like a way of life that I feel is pretty much gone. You know, it's just not common for sure anymore, and it's hard to find. So it's nice to have a way to connect back to those roots a little bit. All right, so I'm ready to, here's the strawberry jam. It's all packed in the jars. It tastes really good. A little bit on the sweet side for me. And let me tell you, just so you know, and I'm not, I'm not afraid of sweet, but I don't like things to be overly sugary. I like to taste a little bit of sourness from the fruit. So what I used for proportions, and this is less than what was called for in the recipe, 15 cups of mashed strawberries and 2.5 cups of sugar. So for me, I would cut this back to like 1.5 cups of sugar because it's just a little bit on the sweet side. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna put them in the hot water bath for 10 minutes and then I'm done. I can get on with the rest of my day. Senna tried it, my daughter Senna, and she said it was really good too. So, all right, well, I'm not gonna move the camera back and forth because I'm gonna probably make you nauseous, but and I like how it gelled. It's not, let me see if I can show you. It's not runny anymore, which I like that. It's a little bit runny, but it's gonna gel more once it gets cool. So, alrighty, enjoy the rest of the day. And I hope you found something useful in this video.